go to your address bar, and I want you to type in about with a colon and config, and for some reason it started typing elsewhere. About config, then I just want you to search that, and this is what comes up, and it's just telling you that this is going to void your warranty. And just type "I'll be careful, I promise," and I wouldn't type much more than what I show you unless you know what you're doing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reduce the amount of RAM that Firefox uses for its cache feature, and that's going to speed it up a good bit. So what I want you to do is in this filter right here, I want you to type in browser dot session and history, and the one you're looking for here is total viewers, and I want you to double click on that, and I want you to change that to 0 and hit OK. And then I want you to go back up here, and I want you to, and that basically reduces the amount of RAM that Firefox uses for its cache feature. And then I want you to, now we're going to increase the speed that Firefox loads pages, and we're going to do that through something called pipelining. So now I want you to type in network dot http dot pipe LINI pipelining, and we want just pipelining for right now, and I want you to double click on that, and that will automatically change that to true, and that's what you want. And now right underneath that, max request, I want you to double click on that, and I want you to change that one to something like 10, and then just hit OK. Sorry, my mouth's getting really dry. And then I want you to go back up here, and I just want you to back up to where it says HTTP, and I want you to put in proxy dot pipelining, and it's already up, so just double click on that. That's going to change that to true, and that's what you want. The next thing that we're going to do, I want you to right click anywhere on the screen, and we are going to go down and hit new integer, and I want you to name this integer, I want you to name it NGLAYOUT dot INITIAL PAINT dot delay. I want to double check it, make sure you got it right. NGLAYOUT dot initial paint dot delay. and I want you to hit enter. Or no, I don't want you to hit enter. I'm sorry. I want you to hit OK. And then I want you to set this value at 0. And now what you did is you just added a new string to this, and this value is the amount of time that the browser waits before it acts on information that it receives. Here are some more things that's going to speed your browser up, and before you just go and add them in this time, I know that one does not exist. The one I just had you do, it don't exist. So now it does. But what I want you to do is I want you to start to type in network dot DNS, and we're looking for IPv6, and I want you to make sure that that one is set to false. And on hers it is, and that is a good thing. So now we're going to back up, and we're going to type in content, CONTENT, content dot notify, and you can already see that this one does not exist in her thing. So this one is going to have to be added. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to right click anywhere on the screen. We're going to hit new, and this one will be an integer. So I want you to name it exactly what we started typing in, content dot notify dot back off count. And let's make sure we got everything right before we hit enter. It's content, CONTENT dot notify dot back off count, all one word, and hit OK. And I want you to set this value to 5, and I want you to hit OK. And then we're going to search another one. We're almost done here. So this one, I want you to punch in plugin dot expose. So I want you to double click on that. I want you to turn that one to true. Okay, then I want you to go back up top once again, and I want you to type in UI dot sub menu, and we can already see once again that this one does not exist. So you're going to right click anywhere on the screen, you're going to click new. This one is also an integer. Click in, and then I want you to name it UI dot sub menu display. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Sub menu delay. It's getting late, I'm sorry. Forgetful. Okay, so it's just UI, which stands for user interface, dot sub menu delay. And we forgot a Y. See, that's why, or an A. That's why we go back and check it before we hit enter. So let's double check again. UI sub menu delay. And for some reason, I'm thinking that I want you to capitalize the D. And then I want you to hit enter, or OK, not enter. And then I want you to set this one to 0 and hit OK. Now what we're going to do, this is the last thing, and I'll stop the tutorial for this evening. This hack will drop Firefox's RAM usage down to 10 megabytes when it's minimized. And that's important when you are doing other things. You don't want, if you minimize your Firefox, you don't want it using up a bunch of RAM. You want to check and make sure that it does not already exist. Because maybe somebody owned the computer before, maybe they already put it in. Type in config .trim, and then let's see, well, we can already tell it's definitely not there. So we're going to right click on the page, we're going to add a new, and this one is a Boolean. So click on Boolean, and now I want you to type in config .trim underscore on underscore minimize. And then I want you to hit OK, and I want you to select true, and I want you to hit OK, and there you go. And now every time you minimize, it's gonna reduce the amount of RAM and allow you to do other things faster, and with the use of more RAM. So those are all the hacks that I'm going to show this evening.